Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new Halacha for guidance for Tuesday, 28th day of May, 23rd day of Iyar. We're continuing on in the laws about how to honor a Shul and or a Beis HaMedrash. We had last left you off with the laws about kissing inside of a Shul. Generally, we try to make certain to not kiss too much. We want to show mostly love for Hashem, but we had given you a few exceptions. So one more exception to go is that if a Rav wants to kiss his congregants, and he's doing that in order to make them feel warm and engaged in the shul and the davening, etc., then it is considered permissible for a Rav to do that. That's not considered like he's dissing the love of Hashem. He's actually bringing more good Jews into the fold of enjoying serving the shul, the davening, the Hashem, and everything. So then it's quite appropriate what he's doing if a Rav feels that he needs to do that. Sleeping in shul in general is frowned upon. It's considered a wrong thing to do. Sleeping on a Beis HaMedrash is a drop more lenient, but regular people should try not to sleep in a Beis HaMedrash wherever possible. There are exceptions, like a great Talmud Chacham who spends all day in the Beis HaMedrash and needs to put his head down once in a while. For those types of people, there's some leniency. I don't know that you and I fall into that category, so for us to just take a nap in the Beis HaMedrash would probably not be a good idea. If a person, this is halacha, it's also very common sense, but if it's not proper to sleep during the rabbi's speech, okay? It's a halacha, and it's also just very practical. It's rude, it's not nice, it's not proper. If you feel you're too tired to hear the shiur, then halachically also, besides common sense, it might be a good idea to just leave the shul so you won't be there going, during the rabbi's speech. Generally, we try not to eat in a shul where possible, although I'm going to start listing exceptions, but where possible, it's better if we're not eating in the shul. Okay, now to the exceptions. A Talmud Chacham, that's someone on a good category who learns a lot and feels like I'm in the Beis HaMedrash all day, and I'm going to take a little something to invigorate me so I can learn better. Those types of people are given leniency to eat and or drink, but not in a disrespectful way. They don't have carte blanche to just do anything, but a little, cup of coffee to help them keep awake for their learning, then that's one of the things that we're lenient on. If you want to have a shiur and you feel that the cake, little refreshments that you put out at the shiur will increase attendance, there'll be more learning, more respect to Hashem, then that's one of the times that we're lenient and allow some eating in the shul. If you want to give a little bit of food to your children in the shul, not to make a mess, but to keep them, invigorated, to be answered to say Amen, and you reward them with a candy when they say Amen, or that kind of thing, that would be considered appropriate. And now some very common customs that shuls have, which we do allow, according to the custom of the shul, and that's like a sudas mitzvah, common that shuls allow that. A siyum, like the siyum of Erev Pesach, for the fast, so the firstborn don't have to fast. So if the siyum needs to be held in the shul and the eating for some reason needs to be held in the shul, the custom is to be lenient on that. Custom is to allow shuls to have shalosh shudas in their shul, if necessary, kiddush for a bar mitzvah, sheva brachos, afruf, and things like that. That most people have the custom that, again, we would rather not have any eating in a shul, but where necessary, we allow these kinds of things. That's the sort of general rule on eating in shul. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.